course, I'm going to chime in on the Aubrey Marcus scandal or news about this spiritualist. Huge guy in our world that I talk in. And I'm just going to share my 2 cents, what I think. The gist of it is, he told his followers that the divine, or he's felt, I don't even know if it was the divine, but he has been told that he needs to procreate with another woman besides his wife. And that, of course, this is also being very supported by his wife. So pretty much an open marriage. He's evolved so much in his spiritual walk that he has graduated to such a pinnacle state of his spirituality, to be given such a quest, such a responsibility. Yeah, only the best of the best are asked to do such a selfless, unique task, to take on more than one woman to procreate. Oh man, such a selfless thing. Truly, only the jealous ones would only be the one that would not understand that the divine would clearly be speaking in such a way. Some may or may not agree, but it's going to dive deeper than just Aubrey Marcus. There's a lot of teachers out there, false teachers, as corny as that sounds. I'm going to go there. I'm not New Age. It's obvious. I have roots grounded that is pretty much grounded in Christianity. You have to be grounded in something greater than yourself. And the problem with Aubrey Marcus and a lot of these people is, though they spout that the divine, some of them, is their grounding force. Some do, some don't. The center focus here is them. They have an identity crisis. And when you put yourself as God, it will eventually be your downfall. When you worship yourself and make manifestation everything, and you think you could play God, you are a ticking time bomb of destruction. There is verse after verse about how that is just going to be your damnation eventually. And that is not just in the Christian Bible. That is in mostly every religion. When your ego becomes the full center, it's only a matter of time where you start to make very stupid decisions, and you're so blinded that you don't realize that you're doing it. And you will start to scent it with all of these like ornamental excuses. And sometimes you'll be really good, obviously, to get as big as Aubrey Marcus. You have to be good at communicating, and some will be convinced. Whereas others will be like, what the fuck is going on? And the center problem is you became all about yourself. This movement, this New Age movement, has become so egotistical. I saw this one video about ChatGPT, this research where it's creating these pretty much arrogant nut jobs that has just taken this to a narcissistic level of insanity. ChatGPT AI is literally catered to adapt to whatever you want. It'll find the research, it'll find the data, but it's catered to deliver what you want and pretty much give you what you want and sugarcoat anything it can to appease you. The research was out there. This, I can't do it justice, so I'll leave it here. There's study after study about how this movement is creating these egotistical nut jobs. And so you're going to see people like Aubrey and so many others that are just, it's all about them. And it is because you do not have something above you that you answer to. When you answer to yourself, you don't hold yourself accountable because you think you hold all the power. That's why I do not really believe in manifestation in the normal sense of the word. I still believe in faith in the divine and Him having the ultimate answer to what I think I want. I believe in faith. I don't hold all the power. But a lot of this movement, it's all about you thinking you could just control your life and get what you want, and that it's all about you and abundance, and you control it all in your hands. And it's creating a concerning movement that people are just now starting to notice. And it is because you're taking away something that needs to be that umbrella of humility, that checks you. All in Scripture, a husband will be like, as a woman, submit to your husband. It also says, husbands, submit to God. There is a line, there is an order. You always have something you must submit to in order to keep yourself in check. If you do not have something to submit to, something that you must align to, that keeps you in line, that keeps you checked, you will go crazy like this person. You will not hold yourself accountable. Your morals will go out the window and you will start creating your own. That's how cults get created. That's how movements and nut jobs form. Because they start playing God. They start making their own rules.